Happy Monday. And sorry if you can hear any background noise. For some reason, my siblings and my mom are loud downstairs. So hopefully you don't hear anything in the background besides my voice. So we'll see. Like I said, I apologize again for my siblings and my mom's loudness. I know they're loud because I can hear them. I don't know if you can hear them, so I guess we'll have to see. Weekend was okay. Just happy the fifth is over, and not looking forward to next year. But I'm glad that's over. I don't have to relive that stupid day. So that's the only good thing about that. Okay. Like I said, I apologize for my sisters and my mom, my two sisters and my mom's loudness because they are. Let's be honest, my family is naturally loud. I'm a loud person just like them, but I don't know what they're talking about downstairs. So I just know I can hear it. So I don't know how if it shows up on. I don't know if it shows up. I mean, if you guys can hear it on your side, I don't know. Um, the one thing I'm looking forward to this week is the celebratory stream for 6 years of being a disability YouTuber. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to. Um, Other than that, this week is just normal week like normal. So, oh, good, it's not coming through. Thank goodness. I'm glad. Um, I don't know, I'm thinking, huh, what do I want to talk about today? Hmm. I don't have nothing I think that I have on top of my mind like normally. Um, what's the other thing you're looking forward to? I don't know what that is. Um, oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's true. I don't know. I'm not too excited. Only because I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's not gonna be as good as I want it to be. So, um, I don't know. I just feel like TV has not been as good as. Honestly, I feel like most TV shows aren't as good as they used to be. All the Murders in the Building is good, but I feel like it sometimes has to build up to a point, up to that point. At least when I first watched it. Actually, no. Let's be honest. Each season has to really kind of build up to the point, but it also makes you want to watch it more by building onto it than just immediately coming out with whatever it is. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have hype hope for anything, honestly. I never do. TV shows, because I often get let down, especially the ones I like, often get let down. Something happens, like it gets canceled, it gets canceled, you want it to get renewed, and it doesn't get renewed. Like, yeah. A lot of my shows are going back this month. Um, Honestly, the one I'm looking forward to, besides, um, High Potential, uh, Murders in a Small Town, um, Reasonable Doubt. Those three. Anything else? Only Murders in the Building. I don't know. I feel like because they're built because I'm expecting it to be not as good. That's probably why I'm not excited about it. Um, anything else? Oh, Doc. Those those four is the ones I'm looking forward to because the way they ended. Only Words the Building because it always starts with somebody being murdered and they're built up to the point. I'm not as excited for. Um, but for High Potential, they have different cases each time, so it's not the same case they're building upon, like Only Murders in the Building. Doc is the same, similar. Murder in Small Town is the same, where different cases each episode, which I like. So yeah, I don't know. If it's only gonna be you, Nick, today, I'm good. If no one else comes, I'm only gonna do it for this for until 5. If other people come, I may go past 5. So yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yes. I finished. I hate cliffhangers. This is literally why I need to stop watching shows. It's why I didn't want to. Some reason. It's the same reason I didn't really want to watch the rest of Single Parents because of stupid cliffhangers. Like it ended on a cliffhanger. I hate cliffhangers. Like out of all the shows, all the damn things I hate cliffhangers. They get on my nerves. Um, I hope all the shows that I mentioned will not end on cliffhanger. I need them. I need there to be like Colex White ended on cliffhanger, even though I kind of want to watch the series again. Actually, I could watch it on. It's on Hulu. I watched it when it was on air, and I might watch it again because I am adult, and maybe I'll see some of the innuendos that I didn't see, or the certain things will make more sense than when I was a teenager. I don't know. I might rewatch that. I've finished watching The Golden Girls. I've watched it before. Well, let's be honest. I was a baby when it came on. Well, at the end of the series, at the end of the series, I was a baby because I was just born. You were born during the series before, and I was not born in '80, so that wouldn't have worked. '85 is when it came out, and I was not born yet. Ah man, I was watching this little reaction video with my dad yesterday, or he was watching. Sorry, technically he was watching a reaction video, and I was like, how come these people haven't heard of the Golden Girls? They look like they're older than me. How can they have never heard of the Golden Girls? I'm pretty sure. But my dad said maybe they look older than me, but that may not actually be older than me. So I was thinking, huh? You've never heard of the Golden Girls? But then maybe they're Gen Z or something. They don't, even though they don't look Gen Z, but okay. And my dad said I can't compare people to myself because I look quite young for the age I am. It is true. But yeah, kind of shocked honestly when I hear people say they've never heard of certain yeah, I don't know. And Pharaoh after finishing, well, I might go back to watching Totally Spies like I was watching before I came on the stream. That is a good series. Um, I did not realize I was only 9 when it came out. I did not realize it came out in 2001. Man, I feel freaking old when I think about that because that was 24 years ago. My gosh. Uh huh. I don't know if they know. Honestly, I can't say if they know about Betty White because I don't know how old they are. So yeah. Like I said. Uh-huh. Um, they looked older than me, but I don't know. They may not be older than me. I mean, honest, most people look older than me, but they're not actually old. Some of them are not actually older than me, so I don't really know how to specify that. Yeah. Thinking. Uh, yeah, well, honestly, I hope that Wednesday's stream is fun, but it's definitely still being subscriber only because I'm not dealing with no fucking trolls. Freaking hate trolls. Um, I shouldn't have to do that, but because people are evil, and I know people are gonna be nice, you hear me? Be nice. I tell myself to be nice because sometimes I can be really mean. Um, it's a reminder to remind myself that I don't be a mean person, even though let's be honest, most of the time I am a bitch, which is often, honestly. Hopefully my freaking chat isn't broken already because I don't see anything on it. I mean, any new stuff. Let me check. Okay, it's not. Your brother had this weird idea. You said your brother. You said your brother had a. Okay. You said my brother had a weird idea over the weekend to look up the top song that released. Weird. Don't. If you look. Oh, I actually. I don't know if I want to. Wait. Are they good songs or bad songs? Or weird. Wait. Or weird songs. That's not. Actually, it's not a weird. I don't think it's a weird idea. I actually think it's interesting. I'm never doing that for myself personally because yeah, I'm not doing that because what if it's some weird song and then I can't get it out of my head? So I'm not doing that for myself. I don't know why there's a. I still don't know why there's a 6 second, 6 second delay for you. I have no idea what the freak that is. Like I have no idea. That is interesting. Actually, I think that's an interesting idea. I'm not doing that because yeah, I feel like yeah, it's gonna go down a rabbit hole. I don't. Nah, yo. Uh-uh. Um. It's actually I think honestly I think that's a really interesting idea. I'm still not doing it, but uh, you think YouTube may have cut costs on their servers? I have no idea what YouTube did. Let's just be real. Um, I'm thinking. Yeah. Wait, you can tell me. Wait, is it a weird song? Dude, I feel like it's gonna be a weird song. Wait, is it a song I know? Because I don't, now I'm like, I feel nervous. Because the reason I feel nervous because me and your birthday are in close proximity. So I'm like, oh, crap, if yours is weird, then mine might be weird too. Huh. Wait, from each, like from the actual year? Like, wait, is it like the day, the month, the year? Oh, I remember Hercules. Oh my gosh. Dude, I love that. That's a good movie. Wait, wait. Do you mean when you said Nick? Do you mean your month, your day, and your year? Because it. Oh shit. Oh man. Now you're making me want to look. I feel like I'm gonna be if I look at it, I'm gonna be upset if I find out if it's a bad song. Hold up. Now you got me wanting to do that. Hold up now. Now I have to see what mine is, even though I think this would be weird. But okay. Wait, is it Disney related? Oh, that's a great song from Hercules. I remember that song. It's when he's like, is it when he's traveling on the Pegasus? I don't know why his Pegasus is called Pegasus. I know the song. Hold up, are they Disney related songs? Wait, so if I put up, do you have to put in what song was released on this date and then it brings up songs, or does it like, is it supposed to be a top song? How's that work? I'm curious. Now, hold on, wait. What? I'm not saying my birthday on here because I don't know. I know people know it, but I'm not saying because how do I know somebody is not going to do something weird with it? Okay. Now I'm kind of terrified. Wait, does that have to be number? Oh, the top song. Okay, okay. Now I'm terrified. I feel scared, Nick. But it's a good idea. Hmm. Dang it. Why do I feel like it's gonna be some weird crap? Please don't be something weird. Please be like normal. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. Oh my gosh, I feel like other people did it because I see like other people's names, like other people's date, like dates and time, years and stuff on here. God, please don't let it be something weird, please. I'm serious. I really don't want something weird. Yo, please, something weird, please. Oh my gosh, wait, what? They're lying. It's a good song, dude. It says Michael Jackson's Black and White is the top song on my birthday. Wait, is that for real? I think it's a joke. There's other ones too. A country song, "Love Me." Don't even. I don't know this. This thing is weird. They have something called "Hold On Tighter," tighter to love. I don't know what that is, but that was, dude. This is a joke. Oh, it's real. Oh, it is. Oh my gosh, it reached number 1 on my actual birthday when I was born. Well, that's something else. Oh, and I like Black and White by Michael Jackson. Interesting. I'm gonna tell my dad because he loves Michael Jackson and Prince and all those other people he likes. He likes good music. Let's just be honest. I'm gonna tell my dad when I see him because he's not home yet. But that now and that's actually really interesting. That video, actually, the video is quite interesting. I like the video. Dude, that your bro, tell your brother, thank you for the awesome idea. And I tell him, even though he doesn't know me, tell him I looked it up on looked it up while doing this stream. So tell him his idea was cool, and tell him I don't think it's a weird idea, even though your brother thinks it's a weird idea. And I mean, tell him exactly what I said, Nick. Don't leave out the part that you think it's weird, because it's actually a really cool idea, honestly. I'm just kidding. You don't have to say the part about the weirdness, but I'm just saying. Tell him I think it's a good idea. I'm just kidding. I was just messing with you. You don't have to actually embarrass yourself about the weirdness part. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking. Cause I know you thought it was weird. I was gonna tell him to. I was trying to tell you to tell him that you thought it was weird, so you could embarrass yourself. But I'm kidding. Don't actually do that. I know you thought it was weird. I think it's cool. Heck yes, I'm with your brother. I think it's a cool idea. Um, but I'm also honestly, I think me and your brother more alike. I think you think it's. Sometimes I wonder if you think it's weird because you're not a neurodivergent like we are. I think most people don't think. I think most people don't get neurodivergence. I think most people don't get neurodivergence way of thinking, so they think the things that are weird to neurotypicals are actually really cool to people that are neurodivergent. Um, Honestly, I like random stuff, so probably why another reason why I like that. I just thought it was gonna be. I just kind of was scared it was gonna be like a song I didn't know, like I had never heard of. So I definitely think it's definitely probably because of his ADHD, his randomness, his impulsiveness. That's part of impulsiveness. Coming up with random stuff, and that's part of my impulsiveness comes from my ADHD. So I do get it. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Dang. Now I feel like I got to think of something random to do for another stream now. Since you just said that. That is actually a really cool idea. Hmm. You always say he's the one that thought of the. Honestly, yeah, I'm both logic and creative. Well, for me, I'm a mix of both. Actually, I don't know if I'm. I don't know. Maybe the autistic side is logical, and the ADHD is more creative. Like I said, it's a mixed bag. Do you know the artistic side is part of artistic? It just sounds weird. It's part of my autistic side because it's one of my special interests. So yeah, that's part of it too. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm half and half. I feel like I'm more creative than I have. I feel like I'm 75% creative and 25% logical. Or maybe actually, maybe 50-50. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not fully 50-50. More, I don't know. I am quite logical. You said you remember. Oh, wow. You said remember when Michael Jackson had a concert there in Cape Town. You were 7 at the time? If you were 7, I was 5. That's freaking crazy. That's freaking crazy when you think about that, because it makes me remind, because at 5, you were being, at the age of 5. Actually, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm equal on logic and creativity, or maybe the creativity is just a little bit higher than the logic. So maybe it could be 55, 40, 45, 55 creativity, 45 logic, because I am quite logical. So that's why I don't know if it's even. I don't know how to explain that to you. Yeah, so I don't know. Um, Curious to see who's gonna show up for Wednesday. I only think honestly, I think it's probably gonna only be you, because I'm no longer I decided I'm no longer messaging people, continuously messaging people. If people want to come, they can come. If they don't want to come, that's their choice. I'm tired of always messaging people to remind them all the time. It's actually very annoying. Um, Especially when they're already tagged to see it. So I'm just kind of over that. Uh-huh. Like I said, most of my friendships, even now, are one-sided, and I'm kind of over it. So, yeah. Online and in real life. Like, I'm sick of it. It's getting on my nerves. Not really. I haven't learned from her since last week, and I don't plan on messaging her because I feel like I message people a lot, and if I don't message them, I don't hear back, and I'm kind of over it. With most of the people I talk to, I message them first, so I don't hear from them. It's really getting on my nerves. Um, yeah, and I just started deciding having cutoff times for when I message people. So if even on YouTube, I decided if things don't come in before 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock is my cut point. So if anything comes in like comments after 8 o'clock, I won't be answering them till the next day. And same with social media. If a message comes in um, after 8 o'clock, I am not responding unless it's some kind of major emergency. That's the only way I'll respond. So yeah. I'm just gonna start looking out for myself more than I look out for more people. I'm not saying I don't care about people, but I'm gonna look out for myself because who's gonna look out for me if I don't look out for myself? So yeah. And yeah. And also I've learned instead of pestering people, if people want to do something, they'll just do it. I don't have to remind them or pester them about it. So that's what I'm started doing. Like instead of pestering people about it, if they want to be here, they will. If they don't, that's fine too. Watch it after the fact. But I'm no longer messaging people to see if they watched it or not. That's their choice. I'm kind of over it now. Um, because it makes me feel like I'm pestering you or bothering you, even though people say I'm not bothering, but I'm tired of always having to reach out. Um, and that's fair to me. There's something someone once told you years ago that still. What's that? You told you years ago and it still resonates with you to this day. I know the one thing that my mom told me that resonates to me this day is the people. Well, I think she also said something along this lines. People that care about you will be there for you no matter what. People that don't will be there when they need something and then they'll leave. Honestly, more people do the second one than the first one. So, um, you said you can't pour from an empty cup. What she basically is saying is if you don't put yourself first, then you won't have the capacity to help others. Honestly, I believe that. I agree with that statement. I put people first way too much, and I don't take care of myself. And I've decided I'm not doing that anymore. I care about people, but I'm gonna continuously put them first when they don't give a shit about me. Like I'm tired of that. Do I care? Yes, but I shouldn't care about them more than I care about myself, and that's what I'm going to go with. And if people don't like that, that's not my problem. I don't care. People like, oh, Mariah, you're a fucking bitch. Okay, whatever. I don't give a crap. I really don't care. I don't have a balance, but I'm learning to get one. Like I said, if people message me after 8, they won't be getting messaged back until the next day. Same with any comments that are left on my YouTube channel. I don't respond. I'm not responding until the next day. So like when you put your comments up, Nick, I responded since it was after 8. I responded the next day because of that reason, and that's what I'm start. Remind myself. I need to do a cutoff for when I watch shows on my tablet too. Dang, that's the one thing I can't figure out. I figured out a time limit for social media when I'm not going to answer messages and when I'm not going to answer any YouTube content. I need to do a balance for my freaking. I need to get a balance for my tablet. I haven't decided one. I need to pick a time and stick to it because I've stuck to the time limit for the social media stuff. I have stuck to that. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, you figured out what comments I was talking about? Yeah, I decided, I forgot when I decided it. I don't remember. It was sometime, either, I think it might have been last week I decided on stopping, regardless of when the content is pushed out. If it's pushed out at 6 and no one replied until, like, they didn't reply till 8:30, I'm not responding back. Because I already I set a thing for myself, and as long as I respond back eventually, it doesn't really matter. But, honestly, you also know that I typically respond to every comment I get. The nasty ones get blocked and deleted, which is fine. You know, it's going to continuously happen. Um, because this channel is supposed to be a safe place for me and others, and it's not safe when there's disrespectful people on here. Um, Continue being me. If people don't like me being me, then I don't give a shit what they like because I can be whoever the heck I want to be. Same way everyone gets to be themselves, I'll be myself. And that's it. About that. Like, I really am curious to see what people. If it's only me and you, Nick, I'm very curious to see what word is going to come to your brain and what word's going to come to my brain. Like, I wonder who's going to get the first word for Wednesday's stream. I'm just curious to see how that's going to go. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be fun, but then that's another reason I have it gonna do subscriber only because I feel like people are gonna say disrespectful, rude things, and some people would if it was just like no subscriber or it was just anybody could go on there. Yeah, that's exactly another reason why I decided to put it subscriber only because of that reason. Because I could think of people that would I could think of random people, some disgusting people, even though I don't know them. I feel like some disgusting trolls will come off across the chat and say something disgusting. Like any word they're gonna like for them, if they have a racist word, they just say it. Yeah, the hell no. And that's why I'm trying to protect this channel as much as I can. I don't really know. People say it's their safe space. I can't say for everybody whose safe space it is, and who does not. It's to each its own. You said maybe you could take a foot. Well, it depends. Honestly, for me, because I'm impulsive, I don't know if I would know why I think of the word that comes in my mind. So I can't say. Because the reason I want to do it this way is because I want it to be an impulsive thing, not just like, oh, you have to think about, like, think. Because I like the impulsiveness and randomness of that. That's why I picked decided that to be a topic. So that's why I don't want to think about why I chose the word. I mean, if you want to think about why you chose the word, that's fine, but I don't want to think about why I chose the word. I just want to say it because it's just part of the way I think. So, to me, if I have to think about why I chose that thought, I feel like it makes me have to be more filtered than I would like, and I don't like being filtered. So for me, I don't want to do that. You can do that if you want to, but I don't want to. It's almost like I'm putting a cage on my mind or a little box. It has to be sitting in a box, and I have to think of the exact reason. But what if I don't have a reason? That's what I think. And I know people don't like me. I don't really give a shit. Most people don't like me. Let's just be real. I'm like, let's be honest. Out of most people in the world, I probably fit in with 1% of the world, which is fine. Um, 99% of the world, people probably like, what the fuck, Mariah? Get the fuck away from me. Like, I don't need you around. Like, you don't do anything for me or whatever. And like, I don't care about that. But point I'm making is I don't fit into this little box. I just am Mariah. Like, I don't. You said when you were a kid, your sister used to create games where you would use a word to fill in. Yeah, I don't. That's not. No, I don't want to do that. I understand what you're saying, but I don't want to do that. I just kind of want to see. I kind of want. What I want to do for this game is not that. I don't want to fit in a sentence. What I want to do is see what happens. I want to see what it builds. Whatever, like for example, say I say a random word like peas, and then you say something else. Like I want to see what it builds. I don't want to come up with a random statement because I feel like to me that takes the fun out of it. Like I don't like that. Like I don't like that thought. And yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I like the way I think about it. This is personally my thought. I'm like I said, I'm not like most people, and most people don't like the way I think sometimes. Most I should say, most of the time, I just because I do my own thing. Um, I want to see what happens. It doesn't have to be a sentence. It just um, yeah, I just want to see what happens. It doesn't have to. Let's be honest. The statement doesn't even have to make sense, which is why I say I don't want to do sentence because I feel like sentences, in my opinion, at least this is my opinion, makes me think of school, and I did not like school like that. I actually hated school because it was so difficult and challenging. I feel like having to make it into a sentence or whatever, like having a sentence built out and then putting a word in, like it doesn't make it creative. It makes it too structured. I like structure, but this particular one, I want to rely on the way my brain actually does. It's not always structured, so like my impulsivity, my narrowness comes from the ADHD, so I rather it just be. Because sometimes what I was thinking is honestly, you never know. The words actually could end up being in a sentence, and we don't even realize. Not that we're purposely putting in something. It might just build off one another to a point where it gets to a sentence. So we'll see how this goes. And the point I'm making is supposed to be fun, and I feel like if I structured it out too much, it would make it unfun. So hence why I'm not doing that for Wednesday stream. I don't want it to be um I don't want it to be too I don't know, I just don't want it to be too educational because of I did not like how in school where you had to like I literally hated those stupid in English class or whatever, reading English or whatever. I can't remember which one it was. One of the two, probably same thing, because their English is in reading is in English class. But I'm saying one. I think I feel like an English activity was you have to put the words have to go in certain sentences. I didn't like that bullshit. I understood what we were doing, but I didn't like it. It was irritating to me because sometimes they would have similar words, and yeah, I don't know, no, and for some people that may be a trigger back to their childhood, and for me, I don't like it. So um, other people may like that. I just genuinely don't want to do that. Well, that's Nick. There's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to, like I said, you can say what the meaning of the whatever word you choose, but I just rather not do that for myself. Um, I don't know. So since it doesn't seem like you're the only one that's actually chatting with me, Nick, I'm going to only do this for an hour. So we got less than a half an hour left. Yeah. Um, I'm thinking. I watched this movie yesterday. It was interesting. I forgot what it's called. Oh yeah, because it was the reason I probably forgot it was called because it was called 10 times 10. It was I don't know. I don't even explain what the movie was. I know what the movie is about. It's just very hard to explain because like it's not boring, but like it kind of takes a little while to get to the freaking point of the like what the hell he did that for like and you have to I won't tell you what the story is about because if anyone wants to watch I'm sorry what the movie is about because if anyone wants to watch it they can watch it I feel like I watched something else and I watched oh yeah last Friday I was watching I love you Beth Cooper. That is a hilarious movie because I remember when I watched it when it first came out. It's so crazy. I was in 19, I mean 17 when it came out, which is crazy, which means it was filmed when I was 16. Not the point. Point is, it's crazy how we were almost at the same point. Well, I was almost at the same point they were in the movie. Like I was almost close to graduating because it came out in July of 2009, so I would have been going about to go into my senior year. So it's interesting that they start off with a dang it, that makes me feel freaking old because it's been out for 16 years, which is freaking insane. That movie is so stupid but funny, and it's stupid because like the part where she's like the worst driver in that movie. I'm thinking, how did they not die? Because the way if you watch that movie, you'd be thinking the way she drives. I don't know how they survived any of this stuff because like, well, you never seen the movie? Wait a second, you've never seen the movie? I Love You, Beth Cooper, for real? Oh wow, it's on Hulu. I don't know where if it's on. I'm not sure if it's on Disney Plus because I don't have Disney Plus. But I don't know if I'm not sure if some of the movies that I watch or shows that I watch. I know you said I think you said that you said Only Murders in the Building is on Disney Plus for you. So I don't like I said I don't know if I Love You Beth Cooper is internationally on a different is on Disney Plus or if it's on yeah. Oh my gosh, what the? This is my sec. Actually, I think I've seen it more than 2 times. I think it's funny. Man, but I realized I see different, like, it's weird. When you're a teenager, let's be honest, I wasn't a sexually crazed teenager. Some people like that, but I was never that. But I realized like, certain scenes in movies and TV shows now, like, that have a lot of sexual innuendo that I did not realize back when, like, I was younger. Like, because people say that people are sex crazed. I didn't really get that point because I was never really one of those people. So I didn't understand what that meant as much. Like, but that show, I mean, that movie is hilarious. One of the movies I watched in college, I had never seen it before then, because my best friend showed me and my sister it. It was called Fired Up. That was actually funny movie, a funny freaking movie. It was funny as heck. Yeah, and I don't know, but that was a hilarious movie. There are some movies that I think are funny and some that are okay. Like the movie, what did I watch what did I watch? Oh yes, it was something about Medea. I can't remember if I watched it last week or the week before. You said you have two older, I don't have any older siblings. I'm the oldest, so like I said, didn't know anything about that. You said you called the Well, I don't know. That's kind of terrifying, Nick. I don't know. I'm glad I wasn't overexposed to that when I was that young. That's ridiculous to me. I'm glad I didn't. No, I'm very glad I didn't. I'm kind of glad I didn't have older siblings like extremely older than me. I don't have any older siblings. I'm the oldest, so I'm glad for that particular reason. Um, because it means I wasn't overexposed to things that I should have been exposed to at an age that I wasn't supposed to know about it. Um, yeah. Um, what else? Like, I did not realize Golden Girls was written by a woman. And for some reason, I don't know why I thought it was written by a man and like a man and woman team. I don't know why I thought that. Yeah, I've never seen either of those. Wait, Road Trip? I think I might have seen. I don't know if I saw the other one. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I've heard of that movie, but I've never seen it. Yeah, I don't think I. Wait, when you say, wait a second, road trip count when you're 11? That means it can't. No way. Hold up. Let me look that up now. Now you done messed up my brain. What you mean you were hold up? Maybe it's a different road trip. Hold up. Hold the phone. Wait a second. I have to look that up. Maybe it's the same one I'm thinking of. Oh, I don't think I've seen this one. I was thinking of the one. I was thinking of a different one, not the one you're thinking of. Wait, are you talking about road trip with these? Wait, no. I think there's two different road trips. I think there was a road trip that. I think there's a road trip about. At least I could have sworn there was a road trip with Raven in it. Hold on, maybe it's a different one. Oh, I'm thinking of College Road Trip. My bad. That's what I was thinking. I've never heard of road trip. Never seen that either. Don't care to. I don't care to see movies with too much sexual innuendo, especially because people have urges and that's not going to work for their urges. So I don't want to. I don't like tempting my urges, so that's not a good idea for me personally. Um, yeah, no. Uh, I remember when I was a kid, not everything was like set. I feel like not everything, at least when I was a child, it didn't seem like everything was sexually charged. I'm not saying nothing ever was, but I'm saying obviously when I was a kid, I missed all the stuff, which is completely fine because that's your innocent brain is supposed to miss that stuff when you were a child. You're not supposed to be exposed to that when you're a child. Um, like teenagers, that's normal. Typically, where the age limit, where the sexual stuff probably comes into play for some it doesn't. Depends on what you were exposed to and what you weren't. Unfortunately, um, Oh, when you said road trip, I literally was thinking of college road trip, and I was thinking, what the hell? I was not 9 when that came out, but I realized you were talking about a different movie, so I would have been 8 when the one you're talking about came out, so I didn't watch that. I'm good. Honestly, as a child, I didn't watch a lot of. I didn't watch. I watched more like cartoons and like things I actually wanted to watch, and that didn't have. I feel like if it did have sexual innuendo, I didn't realize that. Till I like watched certain things back, which is kind of freaking terrifying. Like even in cartoons, they probably had sexual innuendo, and I didn't freaking know about it, which is fucked the hell up. Now that I think about it, I like the censorship was like more controlled back then. Like because now like even like ketchup, like commercials about ketchup is sexualized. Why is that? I don't like ketchup, so I'm okay. Um, so I don't have to really watch. I can just change the channel for that. Um, I don't know. I just don't understand why that's even sexualized. It's freaking ketchup. That's weird. But I don't. I don't know. I feel like some things just need to stay innocent and not because I feel like nowadays, at least nowadays, kids nowadays don't get to have the same experiences that like were done in my time, like when I was little and before my time. Like everything is always sexualized. Like what the hell? Like these kids that are, I feel that might be why some of these kids be having like sex, like when they're kids, just like really sad. Because I remember the school that I used to work at, there were kids having I thank God I wasn't around. I heard about it from one of my coworkers. I was still working there, but I had heard about it from my coworker. They were saying that kids were having sex in the bathroom. I'm thinking, what the fuck is what my brain was thinking? I didn't say it out loud, but I was thinking that shit in my mind. I'm thinking, what did they even know about that at fifth grade and fifth and fourth grade? What the hell did they even know about that crap? See what I'm saying? Too sexualized. What if kids learn about sexualization way too young? Of course they're gonna probably try doing that, which is very. I feel really sad because it basically you're that child's innocence is being already taken, which is not okay. I have a thing about this. Probably why I get actually that's exactly why I get mad when it comes to any person doing anything to a child because their innocence is taken. And I hate that crap. Like parents allowing their kids to watch over sexualized things, exposes them to things that they shouldn't know, and then causes them to act on it. I don't honestly, I don't know. If I had a kid nowadays, if I had a kid, like any kid, if I had kids and they were in school and I found that one of them was having sex, I don't know what the hell I do. Like I'd be so pissed. I don't know. I would have to I would have to have my spouse deal with it because I don't think I could because I'd be so mad. I don't think I'd be able to talk without screaming at them, like out without screaming at them, like without doing it. You said people are starting to realize it though. Certain questionable video games are getting banned and more control. But it should. But the thing is, if they had these in place in the beginning, they wouldn't have had to go back, basically go backwards and undo it. Like, let's be honest. So, I'm pretty certain. Honestly, you know what is funny, which is actually not really funny now I think about it, is when back the only game that I knew that was sexualized, but I didn't realize back then it was the game I had. This game I have, my cousin had. It's called Final Fantasy. One of the characters. I swear I didn't realize this until just like I didn't think about it until being an adult now because back then I didn't even think about that being sexualized because I just thought it's a character in a game. Like one of the villains in that game is like very sexualized. I'm like I didn't think about it. All I thought is she's wearing a. It's back then. It's what I thought being a child. She's just wearing an outfit. I didn't think about the sexual connotation that was tied to that, which is actually it's really sad because I didn't think about that then. It's sad that it's just sad that everything like you couldn't. The thing is, what does the sexualization of a female have to do with what does it need to be in the game if it's a game where you like um when you're battling each other? I don't understand why there has to be sexualization in that particular thing. And I don't know. You said there was a point around 2009 where things went off the rails in a game. Honestly, I don't honestly because I was a teenager, And honestly, I was never really. I have never really been a overly sexualized person. So the thing is, when me and my well, at least when I pick video games and my sisters pick video games, we don't pick it based on sexualization on any game. It's based on if we like what the content is, like we like whatever game or whatever movie or whatever. It's not based on sex. Some people pick things based on sexualization, like because some people get aroused by certain things. Like the first, honestly, I think the first video game that I saw, I think it either was a Sega game. I think it was my cousin's. It was either Street Fighter. Actually, I don't think it was Street Fighter. I think it was Sonic. Sonic. It was when it. I'm not sure if Sega's still around. Just be honest. And I say Sega because this was the '90s. Sorry, '90s, early 2000s, probably early 2000s. I think we were around 8, so I was 8, so it would have been 2000 then. 99 the 99 98 the earliest, but I think maybe 2000 was what year it was. Was I trying to think? It was the summer of two. I feel like it was summer of 2000 or 90 or summer of 99. It's one of those bloody two, one of the two. And like I said, then my cousin also had PlayStation 2, and she had I really liked the game Street Fighter. That was a great game. I don't know if it's, honestly, we might have new versions now. Um, um, I need to finish that stinking game, Dark Angel. I still haven't played that freaking, because I got stuck on this level and I can't get un, I can't figure out how to beat one of the characters, so I can't get past it. You said one of your first experiences was that when you were 7, a game called Duke Nukem 3D. That's not okay. Why wasn't there censorship there? And then you said another game called Leisure Suit Larry. See what I'm saying? I feel like, can't we just keep kids' innocence at their innocence? Street Fighter. I've never played Mortal Kombat, but I wish I could have got my cousin's Street Fighter game. Dang, she had this karaoke game. I don't remember this game that was like a karaoke game. This is back in the '90s, early 2000s. And I'm thinking, dude, that was one of my favorite games. This is ironic because I don't know, like singing like that, but some of the songs were popular back then. I can't remember what the songs were, but that thing was great. I think she got to end up giving it away, which I wish she would have given it away to us, but she didn't do that. And yeah, thinking. I don't know. I feel like my childhood was actually no, I know my childhood was innocent because I didn't, even if there was sexual innuendo, I wasn't aware of them, which is good for me. Unfortunately, I feel bad. Unfortunately, I feel bad for your gender, Nick, only because I feel like guys and boys pick up on sexual innuendo a little bit sooner than females. And I know it's based on the way they were designed, and I'm sorry. I know that was so rude. I'm not trying to be rude, but you already know I'm very direct, and it's part of my being autistic. So hopefully you don't feel offended by that. I do think so. I'm not saying no girls ever pick up on sexual innuendo. I just didn't at the time. I mean, I do now. I was telling my dad, I said I was watching something, and I was like, I didn't realize all this sexual innuendo was in things. Like watching things back. I just didn't want you to be offended. I'm glad you're not, because I know some of the stuff I say can offend people. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. 95% of the things I say offend people, and 5% it doesn't. And I'm not really sorry about that, about my directness. I'm sorry if it offends people, but I'm not sorry about being direct, because directness is better than indirectness, because I feel like indirectness is faked personally to me. Um, so yeah. Thinking. What else? Um, I am really looking forward to Wednesday's stream, and it's gonna be at 2 p.m. And I'm from now on. I think when I do my streams for my celebratory stream, I think I'm gonna do them at 2 p.m. instead of 4, because 4 just feels kind of late, because my Monday streams are already at 4, And yeah, they feel late sometimes when I finish them, even though it's not that late, but it feels late to my brain. Wonder if your brother has. Wonder if your brother is autistic too. It's also possible to be both. Not that there's anything wrong with being having ADHD. Just being honest. Because I am both ADHD and autistic. Just to clarify, I also am dyslexic, but the two that show up more than anything, unless I'm speaking or writing. Actually, no, when I'm writing, you can see the dyslexic side more. Because I often forget words or omit words or add words as part of my being dyslexic. So, and I've done it since I was a child. I've always done it. Can't help it. Not ashamed of it. I know I used to be. I don't want anyone to feel ashamed of any disability they have. And just because someone doesn't respond the way you want them to doesn't mean, first off, people are responding the way they want to. Second off, just because I think differently doesn't make, what am I saying? Doesn't make me any less than. He said it's not impossible. Well, also, wait, in your country, Nick, do you guys have dual diagnosis, or no, you don't? You can't have dual diagnosis there. You think his darkness is, honestly, I don't know my darkness is about. It could be a mix between my ADHD and the autistic side because both, I think, honestly, I have, because I'm impulsive and I also, the directness is normally resulted from being direct with people is actually normally resulted from being autistic. Um, the impulsiveness and the impulsive side and randomness comes from the ADHD for me. So like, yeah, like I didn't realize that. I knew I had something else aside just being autistic before. I didn't even realize I was autistic until like late 20s because I saw other people having some of the similar things I go through. I always used to call things that I didn't know were other people's experience, I call Mariah things because I didn't know anyone else experienced them besides me because I didn't have like people around me that were like autistic and have other similar things, traits to what I have, um, which I know, of course, now. It used I what I would classify as having Asperger's syndrome, even though I know, of course, now it's under being autistic. Yeah. I don't know. I just be me, but people are like probably like, why Mariah? Like, I'm pretty sure people are thinking, why am I doing that with my hands? Because I'm stimming because my emotions are so heightened right now. I know why. I get anxious when I'm on live stream every single time. Anytime I'm on video, live stream, anything doing with a camera in front of my face, I get really anxious. I know why. Um, because it's a possibility people can laugh. I mean, I do not like it. Have I been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder? I don't know. You said does being diagnosed with an anxiety? I don't know if that's. I've never heard. I'm not saying it isn't. Sorry, I'm not saying it doesn't constitute as a dual diagnosis. I don't. I swear I don't know. I. Because honestly, I feel like depression and anxiety could go together personally, but I don't know if that would be considered a dual diagnosis. I don't know, and I don't want to say yeah it is. I have no idea, honestly. A good question. And for anyone that wants to know why I know the answer, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just going off my brain based on the question that is presented towards me. Um, yeah. Wish I had different stems. I wish I had my. Right now, my stem today seems to be my hand, which I guess is good because it means it's moving. Because I was hurting. I hurt. Oh, I didn't really hurt it yesterday. I kind of overused it yesterday and the day before because I'm still trying to finish up this art piece I'm doing. So, and I'm trying to make sure I took a break today from doing art today because I want to make sure I can use my hands if I need them, like exactly like stimming right now. I'm hoping I'll be finished that piece I'm trying to do because I'm writing up one of my creative stories, and then I'm gonna write on Friday. I'm gonna write up the last creative story, which is our collaborative. My brain couldn't think of the word. See, dyslexic right there. That's the dyslexic sign right there. How pronunciation is part of being dyslexic. Um, yeah. Yeah, and I didn't realize the story. I didn't realize until I started writing up this particular creative story that was so long. Because it take on Saturday I started writing it up. Then I did some yesterday, and I'm not doing any today. So my hand, so I was like, "Mariah, we're not gonna overwork our hand because it was hurting." And so tomorrow I want to finish it up. Hopefully I can because it's 4 pages worth of um 4 pages worth of, well, so far 4 pages. Okay, we're on our fourth page for this creative story. Now the collaborative creative story should not be no 4 pages because it's not nowhere close to as long as the one I wrote. One of the ones I wrote on my own, but it's a thorough story, so it's okay. Wait, so would you say it's? Oh, so yours is. Oh, maybe it is a dual diagnosis since you said it was since you were diagnosed. Maybe it is a dual diagnosis, but at the same time, in my opinion, I think it goes together. The anxiety and depression, personally, but I also am biased because I also am an anxious person and have had a lot of bouts with depression for. My gosh, now I feel old when I say it. Almost 20. I can't believe it's on. Next year will be 20 years. I can't believe that crap. You said you had a minor sprain. Well, actually, the ones I'm writing up, I've already said on this channel. The one I wrote up one last week, and I wrote the one I'm writing up right now. I've already done on this channel. I've already, I already read them on this channel. They're already on here. So, and the reason the art's taking so for me so long because I'm alternating colors, so different colors is taking a while because it's not just it's just a lot of my hand is only meant to do so much work at one point. Like on Saturday, I wrote up 2 pages. On Saturday, I wrote 2 pages, which took me a good amount of time. Then Sunday, I wrote up a page and some because I was like, nah, Mariah, we're not gonna freaking overwork our hand like we did on Saturday. It hurt the hell out of it because I really did hurt because my hand was cramping. Um, yeah. Yeah, so I've already done my my 2 stories that I wrote was one was called Cassie the Caterpillar Shares Her Special Interest. This is why 2 people have said, yeah, you can look them up. One's called Cassie the Caterpillar Shares Her Special Interest. This is why people say they think I should be like a children's author. Yeah, I don't think I have that skill, but people seem to think that. And the other one is that I'm writing up now, which I've already done on this channel. It's called Wally the Worm Doesn't Know His Way to the Art Museum. And both of those are based on my own personal experiences. One is based on my being dyslexic, which is the second story I was talking about. And the first one is me based on my being autistic. But I do not. One thing I will say that the special interest she chooses is not what my special interest. The special interest in now the art museum thing and the second story is more my special interest because I like art a lot, but you probably figured it out through all the I've have like over I think I'm getting closer to 200 drawings I've done that are for sale. So, and I'm not sorry that I like art. I know people are like, Mariah, why you like because I like art, just the same way people like other things that I don't like. So yeah. They were what? Yeah, I figured you saw them. You just might have forgot what they were called. Yeah, honestly, my favorite one to write. I'm not saying I do love Cassie the Caterpillar one because I love caterpillars, and I also like worms. So for me, I like. Also, funny thing is the 2 things I actually like. Well, the 2 is I like, and the one thing, the other one is the special interest I like. So I think it's interesting. Any other questions, Nick? Because we're almost at an hour, and since you were the only one that's actually talking to me in here, like I said, I'm gonna try to keep to my act to what I say. Because sometimes I say something and don't keep to it. Hopefully my chat isn't broken at the end of my almost end of my stream. Oh, good, you didn't have anything. You wanted to say that you used to get. I don't, and also you know what? It used to have a callus, really big callus on this finger because of the way I wrote. It's actually not there anymore. See, it's normal. It used to be a really big. You're fine. Really big callus on my hand. Oh yeah. Thanks for watching, Nick. I appreciate you. And also, don't forget about Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, which is I think is what either be 8. You're 6 hours behind me, so it would be 8 your time. So yeah. It I don't know. It took a while because I stopped pressing so hard. Because when I wrote, I used to press really hard down on my pencil. I know it's a thing about being autistic is a certain way I grip the pencil, and it needs to be a certain way. So it would cause me to push down on that side. Um, Different. So yeah. He's his the reason his is in blue is because he's my mod. Hello, welcome. I mean, sorry, hey, welcome. That's why he's in blue. He's my mod. Oh, for anyone that's just joining, my celebratory stream is on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good rest of your week and see those who are coming on Wednesday. And if not, see those who are coming. If I don't see you on Wednesday or Saturday, I'll see you next Monday for those who are coming. Uh, Bye. Love you guys.